Hey guys, my name is Cidiac and welcome back to another episode of FarmTown here in City Skylines 2. Well, last episode guys, we renamed our brand new town, we built a new train line, and we had some fun with redesigning the new variation of the highway junction. Now I asked you guys last episode to give me some really kind of like pretty more efficient designs, you know, send it to my Discord or Twitter, and a few of you guys have, and I really do appreciate that. And I will say right now that we will be looking at changing that junction in the next episode, but today we are going to increase the production of our farming industry, and I'm very excited about this. So if you are enjoying this series, make sure you smash that like button down below, and if you are new around here, make sure you do subscribe so you get notified when more episodes do come out. Now this is what we talked about last episode. I kind of built this, but the only issue is they can't do a left turn no matter which direction they come through on this junction. It's basically no left turns available. Now, I asked you guys to kind of give me some, in last episode, some better designs. If you want to design this, take a screenshot right now and post a new design to my Discord. And then next episode, I'm going to build which one looks like the most efficient. But since I've built this, I've had no traffic. Everything seems to flow quite freely, so there's another side of me is like, just keep this in, Cidiac. But it does mean that they have to kind of redirect and go different ways to make that left turn, but as of right now, it's okay. My next issue is this, but I've got an idea of how I want to fix this to alleviate the pressures on this junction, but I'm going to do it next episode. Don't worry, boys, we now have a plan. Now, today, I'm going to talk about industry. Since we've added in the brand new town and built up the population, we are now utilizing more product for farming than ever before. But luckily for us, we still have a surplus. Now, the reason we have a surplus is because we can't turn these goods into a material good. And that's because all of the factories that we have a capacity. We've reached that capacity, we can't do any more, which means we now have a deficit on those goods, which means I need to build more industry, more factories. And that's what I want to do today, and I've allocated this area over here in Sierra Valley to do it. I have 5 tiles remaining, which I'm going to purchase just these ones here. So we'll purchase, you know what, we might as well purchase all of them there, them 5, spend our last 5 on buying those, so we can expand Sierra Valley just a little bit more to build this industrialized area. Now we're going to sprawl the town out slightly and get some more residents moving in general anyway. I might slightly push back the row of high density and the low density a little bit further out, just to kind of bulk the town up a little bit. But mainly I want to work with this area. Now the reason for it is it's at the tail end of the town, out the way from pollution. Now if I'm not mistaken, and this is one thing I haven't checked, is the wind. Now this could be a game changer for us, the wind right now. So air pollution, okay, it's all blowing down that way, so we're okay. The wind over here is blowing this way, so it's not going to affect the pollution over there. Okay, good stuff. So the wind is blowing out the way, so any smoke from the factories won't upset the residents. Perfect. It's almost like I designed this map myself, guys, isn't it? It's almost like I designed it myself. So we've got a good highway connection here, which we can kind of eventually bulk up if needs be. It's separate, standalone, shouldn't see too much pressures underway. But most importantly, we have the train station here, not only for storage, but for transporting the goods. And that kind of goes in a multitude of directions. So, again, hopefully we should see less vehicle traffic. Now, this is our post-sorting facility, which I do need to kind of figure out a better location for it. So, let's kind of work with this. And let's see where the boundary is going to be. I think this will be the boundary here for our industrial area. That's probably as far back as I'm willing to push it. And let's see how far does this go all the way down right now? Perfectly fine. Yeah, bringing this out because the kind of residential area will expand. So I'm just kind of preempting it all and getting it all up and running. So that's as far as that would then go. Where's the 12 one there? So that would snap into there. Because I'm going to get rid of the little alleyway style in favor of bulking this all the way down. Well, I can only bring it down so far. And I might just bring it to here because we can change up some styles. Delete you. Little alleyway road just there. To be honest with you, maybe I could get it squeezed around the back. Would it allow me? Oh, okay. It will allow me to run to here. Weirdly enough, it doesn't like the idea of running down there with it. Very weird, isn't it? Like that. Get you to snap in. And then we've kind of then split to a small alley road to get it behind the bus station in a weird way. Right, delete all this. I've got to actually redo all of this, by the way. So let me kind of now de-zone all of this little area. And then we'll keep it like that. We've got the little kind of alley-style road there, which we will continue it on this side. We will continue it. And I'll bring it just to there for now. Oh no, it's all gone skew-if. It's all gone skew-if, boys. Right, I kind of need it to do it without kind of snapping to anything. Right, that's okay, right? Yeah, can I bring this down? It's going to delete those buildings. Oh my, this is stressful. When you've gone off that slight alignment, everything now goes really weird. Doesn't it? Sometimes it's just easier to run through this. Like that, and then delete what you don't need. We'll delete to there. Right, it's catch me off guard right now. And it's kind of delaying what I'm trying to do. Now, we're going to use the post-sorting facility. I'm going to reallocate this to over here. Solely because, right, if I drop it down, it's going to be the barrier between the pollution, the ground pollution spreading to where the residential stuff is. I'm going to use it as a little bit of a barrier. And then what we'll do is I'll delete this road. We'll smoothen out the terrain so slightly. So soften, smoothen, there we go. I might push the terrain slightly back here so I can play around with a little bit of flat land that I get to work with for the factories. So if I bring that just to there, and we'll just kind of smooth it all off to make it a little bit more natural. So bigger size, pushing this back. Always smooth from the top first. There we go, and then right to the back of the building, and then bring it down a little bit more natural. So we've got a little bit more surface space to work with before it starts to go slightly uphill, because I don't really want it to go uphill that much. So we have to be a little bit careful about that. So roads in general then, we'll make this road go around, which is a bit awkward for this, because it then creates this little staggered double junction. You know what I mean? So, and also I've now kind of gone over it too far that I cannot actually get... What's going... Oh, is it because that junction's way too close? I think it might be. Right, I think we're going to create a new junction now. We'll create a new junction off this, and then we'll use those alleyway style roads to kind of lead us all the way through. Right, pushing this... Oh, this has all gone skew-if. Why is this now all gone out the window? How is this all of a sudden decided to go completely out the window? Right, there we go. I'm having a right nightmare now, boys. I'm having a right nightmare. Like, what is going on here? Where is my grids? What happened to my grid roads? My beautiful grid roads. Right, something definitely went skew-if there. It's my favourite word, skew-if. When something is not straight, it's skew-if. What is going on here? Is it because there's a bump in the road? What's the issue here? Right, sometimes it's just easier to do it like that. To get it all working. Right, I'm bringing this down anyway, by the way. Oh, it's done it again. Literally, you think you're getting somewhere, and then it does it again. Right, something doesn't align correctly there, does it? Something doesn't like us building here. Am I going too far with this, by the way? I feel like I'm kind of getting to like an edge where I don't want to kind of continue to go. And why is this here not deleted itself? Surely there's no zoning there. No, there isn't. Right, anyway. Completely getting sidetracked right now. I'm actually going to delete this. And this. and this road here, because we're going to have to change up how we do these little alley-style roads. Now, I can't get one smack bang in the middle, so what I'll do is we'll run one there, and then run the... No, okay, it won't work. I'm trying to find the right spacing for it, so if I come off 2 off it, and then we come 2 off it, that gives us like an alignment. There we go. Right, we are cooking, boys. We are cooking right now. We've got that grid because we're going to do a different style of housing. All that, and I'm still yet to build the industrial area. It's mental. It's mental. Let's get it all set up now. So, finally, we can now work with the industrial area, and we'll go for a 224. Actually, no, I can't go for a 224 because we've decided we've gone a little bit bigger, haven't we? So, bringing this down, but we are now starting to kind of rise up on the hill, so we've got to be a little bit careful with how far we do push it. Now, we'll bring... I don't know whether there's room for me to kind of snap in and down this there. We'll do it there. We'll do it here. And it might be a case that we need to push in the 2 there. And then the 2 just there to give us maximum coverage within that vicinity. Believe it or not, that small little bit of industrial demand that I do have won't even fill that. I've got too much demand. Too much demand, which is then how we then kind of sprawl it all out. So I run this down. So I'll run this down a little bit longer than the other one. And then just run this down a little bit shorter. Actually, I won't even run that down shorter. I'll come off it because we're sprawling upwards. So if I go to there and then go a tad bit longer, we'll do a little bit shorter, and then we'll end it just there. We'll bring this down to there. We'll connect you down. Why is it this game just does not want to align correctly? You've always got to kind of drag through it to get it perfect. Right, there we go. And what we've initially done is we created this kind of a roundabout in a sense. Because it's going to put a lot of pressure on that junction, I don't want it to all kind of cave in. I want it to come from multitude of directions so we can kind of have the freedom to kind of bulk up the roads to make those connections work. So that there eventually should play out pretty well. Now, I do have a couple of unique signature buildings I could place down. A fuel plant, the switch on. Now, these are both very, very large buildings, and I don't think I'm going to place them there. I might kind of build little villages that surround that area. But let's get this all placed in then. So, factories. Now, if I literally zone that, that will then spend... Watch that industrial demand now just disappear. If it doesn't all disappear, I will be quite surprised. There we go. It spent it all on just that little area there. Which hopefully it does grow back. So we'll keep an eye on it. Which it is. You can see it now starting to creep up a little bit. So it gives me the freedom to kind of grow a little bit more of this area. But I've got to be careful with this residential stuff, by the way. We've got to be careful. Now if I went for that size there. So if I went... Well, actually, this might be a little bit difficult right now to kind of figure out the best way. That's going to do us a 2. A 4. So not a 2, a 3, sorry. A 3. A 4. There we go. Now, I've got no more demand left for that, so we'll go for some medium. We'll push the medium to over here now. Oh, I was going to get rid of all of this here, wasn't I? So let me just de-zone this. Because we're bulking up Sierra Valley a little bit more now. I don't want too many residents, because, you know, it's going to slow the game down. So you got to be a little bit careful. So if I went to there. 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 And then there. So it's going for a slightly bigger density. But not too big. Oh, that's right in the wrong place, isn't it? But not too big that it causes issues. And then zone all that in there. Yeah, and then we're going to do all low density residential over here. So I might squeeze in the low density residential quickly now. And hope that they will zone themselves in this area. Even though the roads are red and there's no desirability to be here, I'm hoping we can kind of squeeze a little bit out of this. And we'll lead it down to there and to there. Now, I have no idea if it will even choose to build all that. We'll see how we get on. Wow, the office demand has skyrocketed. So if I now fill, I might just fill all this little area in. And let them just spend it. There's a lot going on here. I'm going to try and extend these roads slightly. As they lead up. To kind of give it the mimicking area or kind of feeling that the town sprawls slightly out and the farmland will then eventually begin. Are we now seeing traffic here? Yes, we're now starting to see traffic here, which is interesting. But it's only mainly these guys joining on. But then again, they cause issues with the pressures on that road. But then again, it could literally just be all the new people moving into all the new houses that are just placed down. So, you know, I can't jump the gun too quick, as they say. Right, lead that up. Very good. And then we need to go for some of these row houses to kind of then sort out kind of the skyline staggered. So then it goes up and then staggers back down is what we need. That's literally how we have to do it. So we'll go medium density here and we'll go to there. There. So it's a bit tedious, but it's what you've got to do to get the skyline right to make it not look so weird. Well, that's all built that in. Place all you in. Oh, hold on. Have I done this wrong? As in a sense of... Yes, I just realised I've done this wrong. Oh, snap. Oh, I'm not going to get that to do what I want it to do now. Right, delete you a second. Will it seriously not go in one big line? Right, okay, fine. Right, it ain't the end of the world. It ain't the end of the world. I think it's choosing to default itself to the road. Alright, making sure we got 2 space. Okay, we're going to have some fun with that one because we've got an odd number. That one's going to be a 3. And then all the row houses will stagger behind it. I need some commercial over here, by the way, don't I? I'm going to need some commercial. There's so much residential here. And there's minimal commercial. So we'll do some high density commercial in this vicinity. And that'll pretty much spend it straight away. And I'll do some low density just there. And then back to these row houses. And then we'll save that for some more offices. We actually got the demand for offices as well. So let's just squeeze that in real quick. So I don't know if they will actually build a small 2x2. Okay, they do. You know, just utilize what you can, boys. Utilize what you can. And then just cover that surface space for it. Now, apparently... Oh, does that not actually connect? Oh, yeah, it's not even on the road. No wonder it doesn't connect. No wonder it doesn't connect right now. Right, we've just bulked up Sierra Valley quite hefty. And we've still got more industrial demand as well. So we might as well fill this little gap up here. Let them crack on with all of that. Now, this really helps out the unemployment rates. Okay, maybe it doesn't. Maybe we've added in more residents than jobs availability. Yeah, because not all factories have jobs. Right, can I find one that doesn't have any jobs? Right, now they're going to show me up. They all have jobs. They're showing me up, boys. They're showing me up right now. Is this looking all good? Yeah, now we're starting to see rush hour. So I think we are going to have to make that conscious effort right now to make sure we got left turns enabled. Yeah, but we're getting there anyway, boys. We are getting there. We are slowly getting there right now. So yeah, that staggers down pretty nice. I kind of like that. I like how that kind of has worked out. We have the demand for residential, but they just ultimately don't want to build over in this little section. So I might kind of sprawl up the roads a little bit to kind of make it feel like this area. There we go. We've now triggered it to make it less desirable because of the road, which then pretty much triggers it to have the low density residential on it. And I'm going to apply the same logic all over here and let them get on with it with the building. Well, that should work out fairly well. So, have we seen an increase now in our production? So, we've actually gone into a deficit of grain because we've obviously now got more factories now involved. So, you would like to think maybe we got a bit more of a surplus, but no. We've closed the deficits down. We just have not increased the amount. So, we need more factories, boys. Which we've still got more zoning to place down. So go and fill all of this up there to there, and I'll go to about there, but scrapping that little section off there. Right, that's so many more factories now built in, which means we're then gonna have to start thinking about building a junction here too. Yikes! Oh snap! There's a lot of fire over here. Call the near-nors. Yeah, we're going to have to sort out these left turns because it's a little bit too much, if you ask me. And maybe think about sorting out less connections to this highway so we can get everybody sorted out in the right way. Now it's even bringing traffic down from this angle as well. But it's all because they're turning off this way. I mean, what are they doing here? Yeah, oh, I see. Oh, I see what they're doing here on this one. I see why this is an issue. Right, bulk that back. I've literally destroyed that whole farm. I see why this is now an issue. So if I am able to bulk this up, and I'll do it on the highway road. Where you've got your straight on and your right turn. Because when they wanted to go straight on, they have to wait for the traffic coming this way. But if they can go straight on, they just bend straight round and not have to wait for anybody. Everyone's stopping off for food, even though this place is like, wait, it's not even open? Get out of here. I think we must have had some issues there with the diversions. I think because of the backlog, it was like seemed a quicker route. Wow, okay. Okay. No issues there. But like I said, we're going to fix this next episode, so don't worry about it too much right now. And we're going to have to sort out more of this highway as well. So we have issues here. It's mainly down to the fact that they need like a dedicated turning lane. But if I can ultimately give them a straight on road and maybe allow... No, not double turnings. But then again, they catch up straight away with the backlog. So they've got their own dedicated straight-on road to kind of overtake if needs be. But then this can become a little bit of a, not a nightmare, a little bit of a kerfuffle. So if I add this in where they've got their straight-on road, but the right-hand lane is their continued to the right road. Just to allow us to have... You know what? I might as well just bulk this up to here as well. A little bit more capacity leading on through. And I might make this go a little bit further back. But this is slowly us leading on to bulking this up to a 4-lane road in general. Because I think we're going to have to start thinking about coming away from the single-lane highway in these areas. We are... I think now we are needing the capacity more than ever. I think now we're needing the capacity more than ever. So we might have to go through that. So we've got an issue here then. And it's... Oh, this isn't down to traffic lights. So let's at least kill those traffic lights off first. To get a little bit more flow going through. But yeah, what I might do is I might keep this junction in. But this one here I might get rid of. And instead make it an overpass into the town. Just a simple and easy way to kind of get from point A to point B without having to cause too many crisscrosses. Because the more junctions you have, the more of an issue you cause your traffic. And then we can kind of control things a little bit better. It's too close to all this as well. It'll give me more freedom to kind of build something bigger. It's like this as well. I feel like I need to get rid of this connection on that junction there. So they kind of drive in and all the way down, make a longer road to allow a little bit more freedom to flow in. I mean, it doesn't really happen along this side here. You can kind of get away with it to a certain extent. But down in Newton, sometimes that can backlog, but it doesn't sometimes. And as quick as you get the traffic is as quick as it disperses. So it's like, it's never there long enough for you to really play around with stuff. It's a bit of a weird one. Now, we're definitely producing more. We've got it all now kicking off, boys. So we should have a lot more going on around the factories and the storages. Now, it would mean that we're now going to use more of the raw materials. Because we've got more factories, obviously. Which we've got such a deficit right now for grains. We have to start building so much more grain farming. Oh, and we've finally got a surplus right now for food. Nice! See, the factories do work out. The factories do work out, boys. I don't know whether to add a little bit of a factory industry to Newton. It kind of makes sense that we kind of would. But I don't know where we would put it. I don't know where we would put it right now. But I think we'll end it here, boys. We've done some vast improvements. We've got some stuff going on. And we've finally got a surplus back. So next episode, we will tackle this. We'll get this figured out and fixed. And a better system. And we'll also look at fixing this as well. And it's enabling the flow to be a lot easier. We need a dedicated road for them to kind of get straight through. Dedicated roads to do turns. But we also need to think about upping the capacity of these roads as well. To kind of get more traffic flowing through. It's a bit of a pain. But we will get there, boys. We will get there. I think the highway between the two towns has to be 4 lanes. I think we have to bite the bullet right now and decide that at this point it's going to have to be 4 lanes for the capacity and to implement all the turn-offs as well. And I'm excited for that. And I hope you guys are too. If you're new around here, smash the like button, subscribe. But until next time, I will see you all soon. So, goodbye.